So Missing in Action begins in the jungles of Vietnam, and is anyone else getting Intro to Pee-wee's Playhouse vibes from this? Missing in Action follows Colonel James Braddock as he infiltrates Vietnam to rescue POWs. And if this sounds like First Blood Part 2, that's because it basically is. So Missing in Action was made by Cannon Pictures, and Cannon Pictures met with Stallone about making First Blood Part 2, but they didn't have the budget that Stallone was looking for, so they just made their own identical movies starring the Stallone of Northern Oklahoma, Chuck Norris. And Missing in Action 1 and 2 were filmed back to back with a budget of like $4 million, and Cannon released both movies just 4 months apart, with Missing in Action 2 being released just 2 months before First Blood Part 2. And the gamble worked, because James Braddock is way more popular than John Rambo. And now all action stars, especially from the 80s, are impeccable marksmen, and Braddock is no exception. But Braddock is so good, he doesn't even have to move his gun from side to side. Like, the bullets know where to go. And this whole sequence basically consists of Braddock distracting his men and getting them killed.
Shit again. Get him out of here.
Oh, but these two guys are still alive, so Braddock could still save them. But he doesn't. Instead, he decides to do this. And now, I don't know what just happened. Like, we do get numerous flashbacks throughout the movie, but I'm not sure if what we saw was actually a flashback or if it was like a dream sequence. But if it is a dream sequence, then why are we adding dream elements like surviving 2 grenade blasts? Like, this is before all the Chuck Norris's God type jokes. So, like, what the hell is this? And they never explain it. He just jumped down and the grenades exploded. He was in the blast zone. And so back in present day, Senator Porter is heading to Vietnam to discuss the POW issue with General Tran, played by the great James Hong, and the senator has reluctantly brought along Braddock to join in the talks, because Braddock says that he was a prisoner of war for 7 years, and that the Vietnamese are still holding POWs in secret.
Just look at the way the son of a bitch is dressed.
Whoa. Braddock knows that army fatigues are best for infiltrating the jungles of Vietnam, and denim fatigues are best for infiltrating divorcees at Chili's.
Welcome to the People's Republic of Vietnam.
Colonel.
Oh, Braddock, you international incident instigator. And Braddock then stares down General Vin, who we learn in a flashback tortured Braddock in the POW camp.
What's wrong?
That guy gave me a purple nurple one time, and he nurpled way too hard, and I started to bleed. And at the hearing, General Tran claims that the reason Braddock was in prison for so long was because he committed war crimes, and he has a bunch of poor farmers that will testify to that fact. And so then they allow Braddock to just intimidate his accusers. And also along this diplomatic mission is the senator's aide named Ann. And now the Vietnamese have people posted up outside Braddock's door. So Braddock grabs some champagne and goes to Ann's room, and immediately disrobes. Ann is pregnant already and she doesn't even know it. And so since it was good for both of them, Braddock changes into his play clothes and he has to sneak out of the hotel without the guards spotting him. And it is a really good thing for Braddock that these guards never look up. Oh God, I'm slipping. I'm slipping. I'm slipping. Oh God, I'm slipping. Oh God, I'm slipping. I'm slipping. Slipping. I'm slipping. Oh God, I'm slipping. Okay, so that stealthy getaway took about 3 hours, so Braddock only has 20 minutes left to get back. So Braddock then infiltrates General Tran's compound. So Braddock makes it to Tran's room, and he makes him tell him where the MIAs are. And Dong Hai is incidentally the name of Cannon Films' biggest hit. And Braddock has Tran's eyes covered and he's talking in a whisper, but Tran knew it was Braddock the whole time because of Braddock's signature scent of beef jerky and aqua velva. But Tran pulls a gun on him and Braddock kills him. And so now all of Tran's men are on high alert. Well, okay, so his men are on alert. Okay, so Tran's men are there. And they find Tran dead, and if they discover that it was Braddock, then it would spark an international incident. Oh god, I'm slipping. Braddock is very fortunate that these soldiers have no real sense of urgency. Oh my god, he still has so far to go. And at the last moment, Braddock makes it back to Anne's room, strips both of them naked, and throws her on the bed. And they pretend that he's been there the whole time, but everyone knows. This guy knows. And so then Braddock goes to Bangkok to find his old army buddy, Jack Tucker. Tucker is now an arms dealer living in Bangkok, and he agrees to help Braddock, and they go to another arms dealer to buy an assault boat.
20,000 American dollars for the raft. The rifles and ammunition, I throw in 3.
5.
17.
Like, this guy is a businessman. Okay, if you think he's shady, that's one thing. But if he didn't exist, you would not be able to get your boat and your guns. And now you're just going to threaten him with a gun to get him to lower his price, which is then going to raise the price for the next person? How the hell is Braddock the good guy? He's basically stealing this shit. And then the Vietnamese try 3 more times to kill Braddock, including shooting his room with a rocket launcher. And the blast doesn't kill Braddock, but it does kill a child, and Braddock doesn't seem to give a shit. Again, he's our hero. So Tucker and Braddock take the boat back to Vietnam, and somehow General Vin sneaks on board and attacks Braddock with an axe, but Braddock gets the upper hand, and General, you can just drop the axe head. General, you're losing this fight, but if you just drop the axe head, you won't die. You're holding on to that axe head. Okay, very preventable death. But it also means that Braddock has killed all of the main bad guys. We still have a half hour left in this movie, and we already know there's not going to be an epic final showdown. So since there are no bad guys left that have names, we can really focus on the things that audiences want, such as scouting, waiting, listening, inventory check, beard. And now that that's out of the way, and I just love 80s action movies. This movie is called Missing in Action, meaning we don't know where these soldiers are. They could be anywhere. They could be in that building. So Braddock has just blown up everything, and as he's sifting through the rubble, he learns that the POWs have been moved to a different location. Probably because the Vietnamese have known that Braddock's been coming for like a week now. So Braddock and Tucker head downriver, and they find the transport convoy that has the MIAs. And now Braddock is in a boat. This boat cannot go on land. The POWs are being transported by trucks, which are on land. So naturally, the enemy tries to drive the trucks into the water directly into the path of Braddock's boat. And Braddock naturally destroys everyone, but then his boat gets blown up, and we think he's dead. But then we get probably the greatest scene in cinema history. America, motherfucker. And so he rescues the MIAs, but then more Vietnamese soldiers chase after him in a truck, and when Braddock comes to a dead end, the MIAs run into the jungle, but Braddock first sets an odd booby trap by carefully placing a grenade behind the seat of the Jeep. How is this explosion supposed to be triggered, Braddock? Okay, was Braddock just banking on the stereotype about Asian drivers being true? Because that's the only way this plan works. So they make it to the river and they're trying to reach Tucker's boat, but they have to turn back because an enemy assault boat is coming. And this boat is coming for about 3 minutes, which all of Chuck Norris's sexual partners can relate to. And then a rescue helicopter shows up, but Tucker gets blown up Because yes, while Braddock has saved these 4 MIAs, 3 dozen innocent people have died because of him. And these soldiers need to desperately get to a hospital, but first Braddock has to use them as props during a hearing.
We categorically deny that there are any living MIAs in the People's Republic of Vietnam.
Don't you look, stupid, nameless character that should have been General Tran? And we end with this freeze frame, and I love it so much because Braddock has been vindicated and looks all smug, but the dude that he's propping up is like, I haven't eaten in 8 days and my leg is broken. Please, sir, take me to a hospital. So that was Missing in Action, and like I said, they filmed Missing in Action and Missing in Action 2 at the same time. But the studio decided that this movie was the superior one of the two, so they released this first, and then they released the other one as a prequel. And my only question is, just how shitty is Missing in Action 2 that this is the superior film? And holy shit, they made a third one as well. Oh, rest in peace, Chuck, you crazy mother.
Step into the clear, Destro, if you got the guts.
I don't take orders from someone with that blonde of a beard. It's like too blonde to really take you seriously. I mean, even Hulk Hogan stopped at a mustache, and he looks badass, but it would look absolutely shit with a full beard. Now, hang back, he's right.
I'll wipe the tears from your eyes.
Is he talking to us?
No, we've been over this, Dan. The people on television are not speaking directly to us. Meanwhile, Batman and Robin have been crouched awkwardly for 2 hours waiting for the crook to strike, and you just know their calves are burning like hell.
Could we have made a mistake, Batman?
I don't see how.
Me neither. But still, we're only human.
Well, I definitely am. One time I caught you speaking to the static on the TV, and I could swear the TV was speaking back. It was one of the most unnerving things I had ever witnessed.